and welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. So today we have another hit or miss review for you, and these seem to be really popular. Now this is the We Are Memory Keepers, the Works all-in-one tool. Now I have used one before and I wanted to do a review on it, so I went and purchased one. So I bought this one myself. Now the idea of it is you have one tool that does almost everything we've looked at in the past. So it's going to be a stamp press, it's going to be a tab maker, a scoring board, an envelope maker, a tag maker, a banner maker, and then it also works as a trimmer. It has a bone folder in it. It's got magnetic base to hold things. There's a hole punch, a corner rounder, and then you've got that base for the stamp press in there as well. Now they also say you can use the pegs as a bow maker, pom-pom maker, and tassel maker. I'm not going to do absolutely every single thing in here, but I'm just going to give you a bit of an overview and my thoughts on the item. I think, you know, if it works for you in your craft room, and I always say with tools, it's a very personal thing. What I might love, you might not. You might like a particular feature that I don't like, or vice versa. So I always like to give you a review of all the different things this tool can do, my thoughts on it, and then you can decide if you want to add it to your craft room. But it is a great option if you're looking for a Christmas gift and you love the tool. It's a really great option. I'll add links to it in the description below for you. So I wish the packaging was a little bit easier to open. There we go. So we have our instruction book, and then we have our tool. So it's not actually that heavy, I'm quite surprised. I remember it as being heavier. And then this is your stamp base. Make sure I got everything out of my packaging. I have. Okay, I'm going to keep this just to the side, just to refer to. So first of all, let's start off with the stamp platform. So the stamp platform works on this side here. You can see it's got this magnetic hinge, and there's a little bit of like a spring in here as well. So I do have some stamps. Let me just grab those. I'm going to grab out these ones here. These are my Valentine's Day stamps that I designed for our December subscription box, and we're going to be using these. So I'm going to use this Zentangle heart because it's quite a complex design, and we're going to see how easy this is to use. Okay, I do believe there's magnets in here as well, so let's find where they are under here. So these are your magnets, and they have little tabbies on to make it easy, and it seems like they work both ways, but you're going to want them this way up because of course then you've got your tabs to hold. So let's grab a piece of cardstock, and this is my nice coloured cardstock bin you often see to the side of me. So I'm going to put my cardstock in. I'm going to put my metal tabs down. Now, of course, I couldn't use my sticky grid hack as easily here. I'd have to keep putting it on and off rather than it being permanent. You could do it if you wanted to. So you pop this on, you press down, and you pick up your stamp. Simple so far. And then I'm going to grab out some ink. Let's use my Gina Amalgam ink. Now you obviously can't re-ink it while it's on the item, so that could be an issue. We'll try it out. I'm going to pop this on here. You see it just snaps into place. And then I'm going to give it a press. Lift. Missed a little bit in the center there. So I'm going to re-ink the whole thing and just see where we end up, if we get that perfect alignment or not. So let's put it down, press. I'm slightly concerned by the ridges underneath, but I guess we'll find out if that's an issue for us. And I really cannot get the center part of this stamp to stamp. So you can see I'm still really struggling to get this center area. And the ink's on there, so I know it's not. I'm going to turn this my way up. And I'm really going for the CPR method to try and get my ink off. But you can see I'm really struggling with that area. And I'm looking at the stamp and it looks absolutely fine. And I have used these stamps when I've got lots of them. I'm trying to see if I had an acrylic block. I had one in here. It's a smaller one. But we can just do a comparison on that central section. I'll take my cardstock out of here and we'll turn this over and we'll see if it stamps out. And you can see it's stamping out pretty well. I just need to give it some more pressure. But that area here, which on the other side I can't get at all, stamps out just fine. So I think that's kind of a miss on there, but you can use your pens. I'm not a fan of the We Are presses in the past. I have always said that, but it does seem to line up pretty well, so you get a nice exact stamp. So the next thing it says that it does is a trimmer. So let me show you how that part works. So you can remove all of these out, and as I say, there's storage for everything apart from that stamp platform in there. And it takes anything up, so it will take, your measurements go up to 8 inches, so even your 8.5 by 11 is not going to fit in here perfectly. You can do 12 inches square, but you only have measurements up to here, although, there you go, you can go as far as you want. So you can do up to 12 by 12 paper. How cool is that? So all of your little bits up here just flip out to the top. They don't actually show you that in the instructions, but I'm going to grab out a piece of purple cardstock. So you just put it in. There is a little magnet in here. You can kind of feel it click, or maybe it's like a little click action. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 inches. So I don't know whether you line it up with the top of that groove or the bottom of that groove. It doesn't actually say. So that would be helpful to know exactly where you need to line it up. But we'll go for that for now. And then you cut like so. And we'll see. So it looks like you need to line it up with the top of the groove, measuring it. So let's try that. You do need to put a fair amount of pressure on there. And that looks like a better 3 inches. So you want to line it up with the top of your groove, not the bottom of your groove. And then these are replaceable. The only thing I find with these is they can tear on either really thick or really thin pieces. I've done lots of reviews on trimmers before, and my preference is to not have this kind. I like the guillotine type, but some people really like these. Okay, so the next thing we have is the scoreboard. So you have to flip this alignment piece, so you can see you just flip it like this, and then so align paper with alignment guide, perhaps, there we go. So you want the up edge closest to the grid lines, and then we're going to do some things here. So this is where your little bone folder gets trimmed in, and say we wanted to score at 3 inches. So there is a nice groove for that to fit in. And then you could also turn it over and do the same if you wanted to. So you can see that. And then I've got a nice fold. I can take it over here and press it down if I wanted to. So now I've made myself like a nice little stand-up card just like that. Okay, so that's the scoreboard side. Then you have an envelope punch. I'm not going to go through the whole details of the envelope punch, but you can look at it here. There's an envelope chart, which is actually on the back. Let me pull it off for you. So it just comes out of here. And it's got magnets in it again. And so what it actually does is the grooves click in at the top here for envelope and tag the same, and then banner, you line up the banner arrow with the banner arrow, the envelope arrow with the envelope arrow, and then the tag with the tag. You can see how that goes. So tag is here, envelope, envelope, banner, banner. So that's how you line those up. And then there's instructions on exactly how to do it. So you're going to then score. It tells you all the different sizes you need. So there's a little chart on here. You can see, if I lift it up, you've got your envelope chart. So the card size, the paper size you'll then need, and where you put it on the alignment guide. The envelope chart the same, the banner chart the same. And also on the back, you'll see it tells you exactly how to do each one. So you don't have to keep the instruction booklet out. There is a step-by-step guide on the reverse. So that's how you use those parts. And then over here, you've got your different punches. So this is your corner rounder. So I'm going to show you. It's great for your envelopes, etc. So, and there's a little grid line over here that you can use. And I'm going to press down like so. Kind of a little bit off. Let's try that again. So corner rounder, put that in. Let's try that. It takes a little bit of muscle. you can actually feel where it locks in. So I'm making sure that my cardstock's lined up. And kind of a little bit off, so I'm not entirely sure why, because I'm following their grid lines, but you can see. So maybe that's a little bit of a miss that we can't get that perfect rounder on there. Then you've got the option for doing notches, so it shows you in here. That's also done with the corner rounder, so perhaps that's the way you do a notch. I guess we'll have to do that in a future video. And then you have your hole punch. So again, you know, when we use the tag punch and things, there's our hole punch, and it shows you exactly where to put it based on the size of the tag that you're using. And then this final one over here is the tab maker. So side goes in here, and it goes like that. So that gives you a really nice round corner. And then there is a guide in here as to how you do small, medium, large, and you can make the opposite side. So you can just put this in, and then now you've got a nice tab coming around. So that's how you do that part. We talked there about the tabs. You can see it shows you here how you put your cardstock in for the right size that you want. Tag, again, works exactly the same as the tag punch board that we showed you the other day. And then you've got your pom-pom makers, your tassel maker, and your bow maker. So the way that you do those is you need these pegs, which are stored down here, and they all fit together really nicely. And then you pop them in these pegs down here according to what you want to do. So if you're making a pom-pom, you can just adjust these to the size of the pom-pom you want to make. If you are making a tassel, you need 3 of them because you'll have the main part of the tassel, and then you have that loop at the top. And then if you're using the bow maker, you just do 2 and you tie your bow just like this, or smaller, bigger, however you want it to be. And then there's a little bit in the back about the stamp tool as well, and of course how to do the banner part. So that is all of your instructions. They're super simple. Everything is there. I do need to perfect, I guess, the corner rounder. I have some other punch boards from We Are and they work perfectly, but I do like the fact that everything here just stores together in your board. I don't think it's going to take me away from my guillotine, but I do like the fact that I can get rid of a ton of different punch boards and just have one. So I will use this for my banners, my envelopes, my tags, my tabs, rather than having all of those individual boards. Now I know we have a great storage system, and I will also link up the storage link for them as well, just in case you haven't seen that storage link. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe, ring the bell, all of those fun things. And we'll be back tomorrow with a tip, trick, tutorial, or maybe something a little bit different like a hit or miss. I'll see you then. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye.